Imagine this. After 38 years inside Microsoft and 12 years leading Xbox, Phil Spencer steps away from the controller. Now pause. This isn't just a retirement headline. This is the end of an era that quietly reshaped what gaming even means. Spencer wasn't simply managing a console brand, he was rewriting its operating system. Philosophically, when he took over, Xbox was fighting a traditional hardware war, console versus console, generation versus generation, exclusive versus exclusive. But instead of doubling down on the battlefield everyone expected, he changed the map. Game Pass wasn't just a subscription, it was a structural pivot. It turned Xbox from a device into a service, from a box under your TV into an ecosystem that followed you across PC, cloud, and mobile. It reduced friction, it redefined access, it challenged the idea that ownership was the core of gaming value. Then came the acquisition era. Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax Media. These weren't purchases, they were territorial expansions, entire universes brought under one strategic roof. The message was clear. If content is king, then Xbox would build a kingdom large enough to control its own destiny. And now, the controller passes to Asha Sharma, a leader with deep roots in AI strategy. That's where the real question begins. Because the next chapter isn't about buying more studios. The empire is already built. The next chapter is about integration, optimization, and evolution. AI inside development pipelines, AI-enhanced player behavior modeling, dynamic worlds that respond to individual psychology, NPCs that adapt to your emotional patterns, procedural systems that scale creativity. But here's the tension. When Sharma says, "We won't flood the market with soulless AI content," that's not just reassurance, that's acknowledgement. It implies the temptation exists, the technology exists, the scalability exists, the risk, efficiency replacing artistry, optimization replacing imagination, data replacing instinct. Gaming has always been a paradox. It's both technology and art, code and emotion, silicon and storytelling. The more advanced the tools become, the more fragile the human touch can feel. So what does post-Spencer Xbox look like? Possibility 1, the smartest gaming ecosystem ever built, where AI enhances creativity, not replaces it, where developers build faster, worlds feel deeper, and personalization reaches cinematic levels. Possibility 2, a hyper-optimized content engine, reliable, consistent, scalable, but safe. The real test isn't financial growth. Spencer already tripled the business scale. The infrastructure is there, the studios are there, the IP portfolio is massive. The real test is identity. Is Xbox a technology platform that produces games, or a creative culture that uses technology? That distinction will define the next decade, because history shows us something interesting. Empires aren't tested when they expand. They're tested when they consolidate. And consolidation is where we are now. No more shock acquisitions. No more defensive positioning. No more rebuilding brand perception. Now it's about output. About proving that the collection of worlds under one banner can deliver generational experiences. Post-Spencer Xbox isn't a management transition, it's a philosophical checkpoint. Will AI become a silent collaborator that elevates human creativity? Or will it quietly reshape the industry into something more efficient but less emotional? That's the real debate. And here's the question for you. Are you excited for a smarter future in gaming, or cautious about a future that might feel engineered instead of inspired?